Hello, you beautiful people on YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Your boy Foxy is getting into another reaction. We are finally getting back to Fire Force. It's about damn time. I don't know if anybody on this channel has been keeping up with me, really gives a shit about Fire Force anymore, since that was the first video that I uploaded, and ever since then I haven't had a chance to get back to it, and I've been putting it off. But finally, after moving and going through some things that were really busy in life, I'm finally getting back into a swing of things and sort of trying to make a schedule for myself and just uploading videos consistently. And we finally finished AOT and we finished Demon Slayer up. So now we gotta open up some new shows. We just got done reacting to a couple episodes of One Piece. That show is just going off right now. I love it. And Fire Force is a show that I've been wanting to watch for so long, and I want to catch up on it because I know it's good. People have told me it's good. My friends have watched it, and I just really want to get it done. But it's one of the shows that I want to upload onto the channel. I don't want to just watch it on my own, and I've already uploaded the first episode, so I don't want to just flake on it. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get back into this, and it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen it. We're starting on the second episode because we've only seen the first so far, and I was really impressed with the first episode from what I remember when I first watched it. I mean, it seems like a really cool world from what I remember. I thought it was just like a show about firefighters when I first was getting into it, but I was like, there's no way. You know what I'm saying? So we get into the show. The first episode, we meet our assuming main character. What's his name? Shinra, I believe. I think his name's Shinra. And he's basically trying to start his career or his path working with these what, I don't know what the actual name is for them, but people that fight these like flame monsters. It's basically like people can like burst into flames in this universe, and someone has to extinguish them and fight them and take care of them, and that's these people that Shinra are teaming up with. And they're basically firefighters, but that's not like the term that they use. I know that's wrong. It's not firefighters. It's like I mean, I think it's just called, maybe it's just called like the Fire Force or something. Like, I don't know. I can't exactly remember, but that's all I really remember from the first episode, is that we met Shinra. He was meeting up with his squad that I guess that he's going to be working with, and he's about to start down his path of being a Fire Force group member, or whatever the hell it's called. And it seems like each person that is part of these Fire Force squads have powers in some way with using fire in some sort of one way or another. And we haven't got too much details on it. I mean, as you know, we've only watched the first episode, so at the end of the day, I'm just really excited to learn more about this universe and learn more about the show, and I'm sure that's what we're going to get into in these next couple episodes, since we're still very early in the show. But I would assume like probably about around like 12, 13 episodes, we're going to get a good understanding of what the hell is going on, and like what Shinra is going to be doing, and what the story and plot is all about. I feel like that's probably a good around time frame where we're gonna be knowing about more. Is like probably like 12, 13 episodes, which is usually like one arc or so. Maybe this whole first season is one arc, I'm not sure, but we're just gonna have to find out for ourselves, and I'm really excited to get into it. So let's just start this episode and see where the hell it goes. Let's go, baby. Fire Force episode 2.
人の死因にもいろいろある。老衰、自殺、病死。今この世界で最も多く人々を恐怖させている死因は焼死だ。
Death by fire. This dude's voice actor, I know we met him. He's a part of like Shinra's crew or whatever. His voice actor is very familiar. Oh, we got another person pulling up. What's up? Yeah, this guy. His voice actor is really familiar. So that's that blonde kid. Okay, fire soldiers. That's what they call them. Yeah, it's not firefighters. I knew that much. Yeah, he's got a very interesting backstory that has yet to be touched on that much at all. I can't wait to learn more about it. Seems like his house burned down when he was a kid or something. Obviously not a normal fire, most likely. Yeah, it seems like he's been trying to learn about it for a while.
よう、悪魔。なんでてめえがここにいんだよ。クソ騎士が。悪魔退治に来た。なんだと玉ねぎ野郎、表出ろ。
Cuts right into the intro after that. Okay. Okay, yeah, I remember this intro. This shit's fire. I like it. Fire for Fire Force. Fire. Love that opening. It's good shit. What the fuck? So she can just like control flames that are already there? Okay, so there's a difference in generations of what kind of generation fire user you are. Second generation, it looks like you can just control fire that's already there. And then third generation is like Shinra, she said, who can create their own flames. Just like from their body. What's up, Arthur? I like the soundtrack in the show so far. Princesses. Okay, he's third generation as well.
訓練校で一緒で騎士はかっこいいからなあ、おう騎士をシンラさんシンラさんもかっこいいですよ
There you go, stroke his ego a little bit.
なんだと何してるひなわ中隊長新人のアーサー隊員とシンラが訓練校からの知り合いのようで
What the fuck? Oh yeah, this guy's like a really by-the-book strict motherfucker. From what I remember. He's the lieutenant of this squad. This is what I'm saying, bro. I like the soundtrack in this show. It's a little jazzy, a little hippie. Ooh. Oh, nah, yo. The soundtrack in this show, I like it. Yeah, for real though. I just said your name. Like, is there anyone else here named Maki? So is she's able to control fire? Is she able to control their fire? Like Shinra's and shit? That'd be crazy. Yeah, she can. That's actually fucking crazy. That's so dope. Interesting. So he forces his fire through an object? Oh my god, what a chivalrous man. Yeah, like shit. Did she just knock a tooth out? Y'all are not making her very happy with these ogre comments. Alright, she going full ogre though. What the fuck? Nah, I think I'm good.
しょうがないな。アーサーが辞めるっていうなら。シンラーが降参するならしょうがない。
All right, Maki's like that, bro. Maki's like that. Mm.
絶対こいつより早く食う。
Bro, yeah, these two are gonna be huge rivals.
オービ大隊長って優しいよな。
That's his name, Obi.
怒ることはあるのかな。
どうしたシンラー。
いえ、なんでもないっす。
そうか。
I can't stop paying attention to the soundtrack.
ねえからな。仕方ない。事務仕事でもするか。
なんで良くないんだ。あのバカももう懐いてるしな。
プラズマ切断。自らの炎で作り出したプラズマを剣の柄から噴出させた超高温、超密度の刃。
The only reason why it's plasma is because he enters his own flames through it. Or the only reason why it's plasma is because the sword is already like that. It has plasma inside of it that turns fire into plasma. He doesn't produce the plasma.
うちにも早く機関員が入ってきてくれると助かるんだがな。中隊長にかかる負担が。
自分は別に構いませんが。
Workaholic. Oh yeah, that's what they're called. The people that turn like burst into flames, they're called infernals. Okay, we're getting back into it. I really like the way the city looks. It gives me like this like steampunk vibe.
パパもママもなんで今度は私も。
2年前にもあの子の母親が葬ら人化したようで。
That's wild, bro. What? But like, why do people turn into like infernals? Like,
オービ大隊長
it just happens randomly.
今はそっとしておいてあげましょう。
Like that kind of sucks. Like it's like a virus or something. Like one day you just randomly burst into flames and turn into a fire monster. Like what?
シンラ、アーサー、ちょっと来い。葬ら人は元人間。鎮魂を名目にしてはいるが、俺たちがやっていることは。だが、残された遺族の気持ちはどうなる？
Okay, yeah. See, I know he was paying close attention to
大切な肉親だった人だ。
people like those like who actually have feelings and emotions. Like some of these fire soldiers, they probably don't really pay much attention to that stuff. I like that. I fuck with Obi.
奴はうちにはいらん。
はい、
Good stuff.
そうだ。
I like that.
残された人に寄り添えなきゃ。真のヒーローじゃない。
Who the fuck is this? Okay, that guy's got something to do with this shit.
火で嘲笑っている。
おとなしく座ってますね。
Yeah, what the fuck? That is so creepy. Yeah, it sucks, man. That their daughter said that it happened to her mother 2 years ago too. Now their dad, so like, yeah, she has no parents no more. That fucking sucks.
まだ何もしてないだろ。
その魂よ。
永遠の炎に着せ。
That was clean. That looked cool as fuck.
ラートム。
So she's the sister, so yeah, they have this like prayer system that goes hand in hand with the work that they do.
はい。俺には。
慣れるのが一番怖いんだ。 この仕事はな。
That's true. It's like anything that you do, like a dangerous activity, is like becoming accustomed to it, becoming numb to it. It's like a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, you're somewhat getting used to your job, so you might be doing a better job at it, but at the same time, like, you get kind of numb to this, like, what you should be, like, afraid of, or something that'd be very dangerous for you. You get used to. It's not necessarily a good thing. Let's go! He saved that picture, too. He probably wants to give that picture to the girl, the daughter. Hey, this guy, he has a very familiar voice actor. Damn, where's his voice from? It kind of sounds like Nanami from Jujutsu Kaisen, just like more exaggerated and like malicious. But that malicious tone to him also is familiar in some other show, though. It's not just Nanami. I'm pretty sure it's Nanami's voice actor in Jujutsu Kaisen, but he's also in some other shit that I recognize him from. Good man. Be respectful.
美香子さんのお父さんもお母さんもあなたを炎から守ってくれたのでしょう。私はそう思います。
What a good guy. I like this dude.
おお、騎士王。なあ、なんだ。寝れねえから話しかけんな。悪魔とはいえ寝首をかくわけにはいかん。俺が騎士。
Yeah, he calls him a devil a lot. I wonder why he calls him that.
騎士王。お前もわざとやってるだろ。
We got devil and then we got Night King.
俺たちがこの人体発火現象を早く止めるんだ。
All right, fuck yeah, let's go. In terms of the show's soundtrack in general, so far I'm very impressed. I love that one soundtrack that's just like kind of like when they're talking and like, you know, very nonchalant activity going on. That shit was fire. It had a little this like jazzy hip hoppy vibe to it. I fuck with the soundtrack of this show so far. It's fire. Fire from Fire Force. I like it. Well, that was a good episode. So we saw that, you know, we got a new recruit into the squad that Shinra's a part of. His name's Arthur, and he's a third generation fire user like Shinra as well. So third generation users, they're able to produce their own flames and use them how they like. Second generation, which is like Maki, because we saw Arthur and Shinra go up against Maki just so the lieutenant could see like what they're made of, and you know, get a little bit more accustomed to like what they do before I think the rookie games they said it is coming up. And so we saw a little bit of what they could do, and they fought Maki, which Maki is a second generation fire user who is able to control flames, but she can't produce her own flames. So that's really cool, and obviously she's way more experienced because she kind of made light work of them. But it's pretty interesting because, you know, fire users can be very, like, there's obviously a lot of variety here. Like, obviously there's second generation and there's third generation, but I'm sure we can already see two different third generation fire users just between Shinra and Arthur, because Shinra, he seems like he's kind of just like a, you know, like all out power, like powerhouse, like uses fire, like just produces it, and like, you know, he seems like he's like pretty like OP and like he's just like an all out fighter. And then Arthur, on the other hand, he uses like tools to produce his fire through. So like his main sword that he likes, Excalibur, is a plasma cutter, something like that. And so it has plasma inside of it, or it just the tool itself produces his fire into plasma, which is really cool. So there's two different third generation users right there that are in our squad. And then there's probably different second generation users as well. Like, I'm sure not every second generation user is like Maki or uses their powers like Maki. I mean, I could be wrong, but just off of what we've seen between the differences between Arthur and Shinra so far, I'm sure there's a lot of variety to fire users. So we saw that. Rookie Games is coming up apparently, so like maybe we'll see that in the next episode, which we're about to get into today as well. So I'm excited for that. And then we have what else? Oh, well, we saw before they got that call to go to that house where there was an infernal, the daughter's dad. We saw before that they were kind of getting accustomed to some of the fire tools that they have like in their shop, or like each squadron has in their base of operations. And I'm sure we saw a very quick view over most of them for a second, but we saw Shinra was using that fire axe or whatever, which has what did the lieutenant say? It's like some sort of special bullet or something. I think he said sacred bullet or sacred something that shoots out and will stop an infernal or something, or probably either kills it or just immobilizes it or something, I'm assuming. So we saw a little bit of the tools and stuff like that, and then they get that call, they go to the house, and they have to stop this infernal, which doesn't seem like too much of a threat. When they first pulled up, they were like, oh yeah, it's kind of quiet, whatever. And we had that little moment before they got there. Obi was like, okay, don't show your weapons in public. And when they got there, right before they were about to go in the house, Shinra and Arthur both had their weapons out, ready to go, you know what I'm saying? And Obi pulled him aside. He was like, what are y'all doing? I told you not to have your weapons out. And Arthur didn't understand. He was like, this is my pride and joy, Excalibur. Why can't I just have it out? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he didn't understand at first, but that's when Obi went into more detail. And he was like, look, a lot of people in the Fire Force squadrons, they get used to this kind of job, and they take pride in defeating Eternals or, killing them. But we got to remember that Eternals used to be human. So, think about the people, the families that are involved of, these humans that turn into Infernals. Think about their families and what they're going through whenever they see a Fire Force pull up that have weapons and they're about to go into your home and, take care of the situation, knowing full well that used to be your loved one. You gotta have some consideration for that and kind of be aware of people's emotions. And so I really like that Obi noticed that and is trying to teach them the same thing, because he said outright, if you can't realize that, then you don't need to be in my squad, which I fuck with. I like that a lot. And so they go into the house and they see that the father that turned into an Infernal was just sitting there quietly. It seemed like he was just trying to control it and just chill. And also right before that, I think, is whenever we saw that guy with the hat, who I said his voice actor, I'm pretty confident his same voice actor as Nanami in Jujutsu Kaisen. He's definitely in some other shows that I recognize him for, because Nanami is a very laid back character. I mean, don't get me wrong, Nanami can whoop some fucking ass, you know what I'm saying? But in terms of his demeanor, it's much more mellow. But this character seems much more malicious and villain-like, obviously. So his demeanor is a lot more kind of aggressive and a little bit more high energy. So that's the main difference I can tell between the two characters so far, at least just with this voice actor. So that kind of malicious tone that he has to his voice for this character in this show, don't even know the character's name yet. I mean, we've only seen a snippet of him and him talking for a few seconds. But I've definitely heard that malicious tone from some other show other than Jujutsu Kaisen, obviously, because he's Nanami in that show. There's some other show that he's in that I've seen that has that same malicious tone, where it's this raspy, I don't know. It's just a very recognizable voice. So I'll have to look that up and see what other shows he's in, because I've definitely heard it in some other show, but with that same context, that malicious tone. We saw him right before they go in, and he had this weird dust or powder or something. It almost looked like ashes. And right when he was fucking around with that, he was kind of laughing, and then the fire seemed to emerge or get stronger from the infernal in the house. And right before Shinra and Obi and Arthur went in, Obi was the fire's almost sneering at us, as if the infernal is conscious or aware of what it's doing. So it seems most infernals are kind of dumb, not very sentient. So they go inside, they take care of it. Arthur takes care of it, have a little prayer while they take care of it, and then they're like, all right, job well done. And then it seems the house starts to cave in or whatever. Something was happening to the house, that didn't seem like it was going to happen at first, but it just happened out of nowhere, and Obi was about to get like trampled by all the rubble and stuff. But he's a pretty big guy, he trains a lot, and was able to get out of that and saved the picture of the daughter and her parents together as a family photo and gave it to her, which was very nice, very thoughtful. And he was able to sort of calm her down and give her some comfortable sort of resolution with that situation, and try and reassure her that she's not going to turn into an infernal herself. So that was very nice to see. And then the very end of the episode, we see Arthur and Shinra start bunking together. It looks like they're roommates now at that squadron's hideout or base or whatever you want to call it. And he's determined to try and be a hero and help people. And he really took in Obi's conversation that he had with him earlier that day. Like, yeah, if I gotta be ready, and I'm determined to try and stop human combustion. So another fire episode. I like it so far. We're still very early, don't know much yet, but I'm enjoying the vibes. I like the animation, everything seems fun. And let's get into the next one. We're gonna watch one more of these today, and I think that's where I'm gonna call it. And but obviously throughout the week and next couple weeks, we're gonna be watching Fire Force, and we're gonna get caught up. Because as far as I know, there's 2 seasons and there's a 3rd one on the way. Or actually, yeah, no, there's a 3rd one on the way, because I already see Fire Force season 3, but it just says preview, so that's not out yet. But apparently there's a trailer for it. So we're gonna get caught up on Fire Force and start crunching in these numbers and get these episodes under our belt and see what this world is all about, shall we? Guys, if you guys did like the reaction, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff down below. I love y'all. You guys have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you all in the next video. Deuces, your boy Foxy's out of here.